ما أجمل رجليك بالنعلين يا بنت الكريم، بوائر فخذيك مثل الحلي صنعة يدي صناع، سرتك كأس مدورة لا يعوزها شراب ممزوج.
The Song of Solomon, also known as the Song of Songs, is perhaps the most sensual and provocative book in the Hebrew Bible. A dialogue between a young maiden and her sweetheart as they revel in the intoxicating pleasures of love and sex. What is the Bible telling us about human sexuality?
When you begin to look at the Hebrew of the song, you can understand why the rabbis and monks were busy fanning themselves as they read and translated this stuff, because it's pretty hot.
And he said to her, "Your breasts are two fawns, twins of a gazelle. Your belly is a mound of wheat, edged with lilies. Your navel is the moon's drinking cup, may it brim with wine." Song of Solomon 7:2.
The lover says that his beloved's navel is like a goblet of wine. But when we look closely at the Hebrew, we find out that the anatomy that he is describing may be in fact a bit lower than the belly button. Maybe in fact a bit lower than the belly button. Lower than the belly button.
الأصحاح الثاني. كالتفاح بين شجر الوعر، كذلك حبيبي بين البنين. تحت ظله اشتهيت أن أجلس، وثمرته حلوة لحلقي، وثمرته حلوة لحلقي، وثمرته حلوة لحلقي، وثمرته حلوة لحلقي. الأصحاح الخامس. قد خلعت ثوبي فكيف ألبسه، قد غسلت رجلي فكيف أوسخهما. حبيبي مد يده من الكوة فأنت عليه أحشائي، فأنت عليه أحشائي، فأنت عليه أحشائي. الأصحاح الأول. سرة المر حبيبي لي، بين ثديي يبيت، بين ثديي يبيت، بين ثديي يبيت، بين ثديي يبيت. لتكن لك وحدك وليس لأجانب معك، ليكن ينبوعك مباركا وافرح بامرأة شبابك، الظبية المحبوبة والوعلة الزهية، ليرويك ثدياها في كل وقت، ليرويك ثدياها في كل وقت، ليرويك ثدياها في كل وقت، وبمحبتها اسكر دائما.
said to her, "O loved one, delectable maiden, you are stately as a palm tree, and your breasts are like its clusters. Oh, may your breasts be like clusters of the vine, and the scent of your breath like apples, and your kisses like the best wine." Song of Solomon 7:7.
The explicit sexual nature of the Song of Solomon has troubled biblical scholars for centuries. How is the Song of Solomon accepted into the canon of Holy Scripture?
Even as late as the 2nd century CE, there was a debate among the rabbis about whether or not the Song of Songs should be included in the Bible. Then Rabbi Akiba, who was one of the greatest and most respected of all the rabbis, explained to the other rabbis that it really wasn't an erotic love poem, that instead it was an allegory of the love between God and Israel.
And then when Christians came along, they changed it, and they said, this is really about Christ's love for the church. So we've gone in every direction trying to make this not be about sex, when any teenager reading the Song of Songs can tell you exactly what this text is about.
My beloved thrust his hand into the opening, and the core of my being trembled on account of him. I rose to open to my lover, with my hands dripping with myrrh, my fingers flowing myrrh upon the handles of the bolt. Song of Solomon 5:4.
Is the Song of Solomon about God's love for Israel, or Jesus' love for the church? The song has been likened to a lock for which the key has been lost. But perhaps the secret to understanding the song is to accept it for exactly what it seems. A voluptuous poem that joyously celebrates physical love. The question remains, should it be in the Bible? Perhaps, instead of being at odds with spirituality, the sexuality in the Bible is its most intense expression. The Bible is not only a mirror of life. It glorifies and sanctifies the passion from which all life springs. For like Adam and Eve, only in the act of love can a man and woman become one flesh.
Set me as a seal upon your heart, for love is strong as death, passion fierce as the grave. Its flashes are flashes of fire, a raging flame. Many waters cannot quench love, neither can floods drown it. Song of Solomon 8:6.